We knew going into 2020 that this was going to be a year of change for us. We did a bunch of prototyping, we started streaming more, we started this YouTube channel. Little did we know what 2020 had in store for us. Neither of us are working right now. Thanks a lot, COVID. So after all of the panic, anxiety, and depression of the decade known as March, we are taking advantage of all of this free time that we suddenly now have and making it a year of experimentation. We started gaming on YouTube. We prototyped some games. We started a podcast. We restarted cooking on YouTube. We stopped streaming. We're about to shut down Fridge. We're getting serious about VR, and we're stopping the podcast. Wait, what? Sun and I have been spending a lot of time lately trying to figure out what is it we actually want to do in life? What makes us happy? What makes us feel fulfilled? What would we want to make a career out of if we could? We've tried out a ton of things this year, and we quit a lot of things too. And while I don't always agree with the cliches of startup culture, fail fast is one that's really working for us personally right now. Try a lot of things. Figure out the ones that work for you. Stop doing the ones that don't. And most of all, don't feel like a failure. Self-discovery is challenging, and being persistent about things that you hate is kind of the worst way to figure out what you love. So after all of that looking into ourselves and figuring things out, here's what we've discovered so far. Creativity and usefulness are the things that we value most in the content that we create. All of the things where we're learning, where we're pushing ourselves, where we're doing cool shit and having fun, those are the things that we enjoy most. And those are also the things that our viewers and followers respond the best to. And all of the things that are easy and require no effort, and we can pretty much just phone it in without really impacting the quality of our final result, those gradually end up being just a drag for us, even though they're hardly any work. And overall, we've seen that relatively few people even care to watch those things. Why are they watching if we're not even trying? That realization is driving a lot of the decisions that we're making right now. First things first, we are pulling way back on Sushi Codes content. 7 days a week of shallower content, it worked for us for a while, and we learned a lot from it, so I don't regret it. It was not a mistake, but it's not really working for us anymore. So for the next few weeks or so, we are not going to have any sort of schedule on Sushi Codes, and we are pretty much just going to post videos whenever we have something ready. So it's not going to be 7 days a week. It's not going to be 5 days a week. It might only be 1 or 2 days a week, if that. Instead, what we're going to do is take the time to ramp up our game dev skills, ramp up our VR skills, and we do have a VR jam coming up in August. So we're still going to do that. We got to get ready. And we're also going to be spending more time making content that really speaks to us. So all that being said, we're keeping some stuff, we're getting rid of some stuff, we're going to be trying some new stuff. So here's what you can expect going forward for now until we change everything again. Sushi Day, our other YouTube channel where we do all of our cooking videos, we're going to continue doing the cooking videos. We're probably going to keep doing those about twice a week. We feel like we have a pretty good schedule with that. We're comfortable with it. We're having fun with it. We love food. Sun's really been enjoying getting all the cool videos of the food that I'm making. He's been having so much fun and being creative with the editing, and the videos are informative. So it kind of hits all those points of things that are important to us. So we're definitely keeping that. We are also considering doing some gardening on Sushi Day. This is something that we've been wanting / kind of needing to do anyways, so we figured it might be a fun YouTube series. We don't really know yet if this is going to fulfill the useful / creative requirements, But it's going to be one of those things that we are going to try it out and we'll see. We might not continue it. It might become a regular thing, but we're experimenting. So we'll see how that goes. As for Sushi Codes, everything's kind of up in the air. We are stopping the gaming, the general gaming that we've been doing, because we've realized that we're not really gamers. And by that, I mean, gaming is not something that we, either of us, really choose to do in our free time. We have so many other things that we want to do, and gaming just doesn't really come up outside of what we record for the YouTube channel. It's started to become a little bit of a drag, and it started to feel like we have to film the videos even if we're not really enjoying it. Plus, there's not really any room for creativity the way that we do it. And since we're not gamers, we're not going to record 10 hours of playing a game just for a half-hour video. That's just not our style. So there's that. Also, I get motion sick every single time I watch Sun play Last of Us. So, as you can imagine, it's not that much fun for me. Podcast, we're shutting it down. For now, at least. We loved it at first, but 5 episodes in, we're discovering that there's just not that much room for creativity for us. And it's really starting to feel repetitive. We don't feel like we're bringing much value, or that the podcast is bringing much value to us. And we just haven't felt excited about it. And it's one of those things that if we're not bringing value and we're not having a ton of fun, then why are we doing it? So that's going to be on pause. It could restart someday if we, find that spark again. But for now, we've decided that the podcast is not going to continue. Tutorials are something that I've kind of wanted to do for a while, but they are also a ton of work. And it's hard when you are a beginner at something to spend the time writing and making a tutorial. I'm definitely of the opinion that the best way to learn something is to teach it, but at the same time, there's so much to learn with game dev and VR, and so little time. And tutorials take a lot of time. So they may happen occasionally, eventually, because they do bring a lot of value, but for now, at least, they can't be one of those forced, I have to do a tutorial every week. I have to get something written and made, because that's just so much unnecessary stress on top of everything that, why? Why am I stressing myself out? So tutorials might happen eventually, but I'm not going to stress myself out about it. You've seen 1 devlog so far. There's a second one recorded that somebody has not edited yet. Ahem. But we are absolutely continuing to do development, to do programming projects no matter what. And we love learning and creating new things and then being able to share them with all of you. So we are going to continue doing devlogs. It will not be a weekly thing. It will be more of a, every time we finish a project, we'll do a devlog for it. And our plan going forward is to do a lot of little projects in VR. So kind of going back to the prototyping idea that we had at the beginning of the year, except a little more informal. So there will be devlogs. It just will not be a super consistent regular thing. So while I said we aren't going to be doing general gaming anymore, VR gaming is something that we are at least going to try. It's an area that we're very interested in, and the market for VR gaming videos appears to be wide open. But that being said, we'll try it and see. We might love it, we might hate it, it might be a drag, or it might be the coolest thing ever. We don't really know how we're going to feel about it yet, so we'll see. But we're going to do it. We have a green screen. Along the same lines of gaming but not typical gaming, we are also planning on doing some Just Dance videos, which is technically gaming, right? Totally counts. So I'm a former dancer, and I know I don't talk about it that much, but dancing has been a huge part of my life for pretty much my entire life. And rehearsing and planning costumes is all just so much fun for me. And there is so much room for creativity and performance with it. Plus I'd be dancing anyways. So hey, why not just make some videos out of it? So we're gonna try that and see how it goes. Last thing that we want to try, and we'll see how it goes, are game jam vlogs, which are gonna be pretty similar to our devlogs, except rather than an epic tale of how this game came to be over weeks or months, it's going to be kind of a look into our life over a weekend of crazy development. So I think they'll be fun, and it'll make us do some of our first game jams, because we've never really done one before. So it should be interesting. So all that being said, I do want to recognize that we are definitely coming from a position of privilege when it comes to everything going on this year. We can comfortably afford to not be making money for a while. Our families are doing okay. We're able to give them support when needed. Nobody that are in our close circles have gotten COVID. So like that hasn't been a huge worry for us that much. Like we're all doing our best to stay safe. And Sun and I are already used to working from home together. We've done this for over a decade, and we don't suddenly have to account for children being at home all the time. So this is, in a lot of ways, life as usual for us. And also, all the things that we're doing right now are building on years and years and years and years of experience. The cooking, the coding, the photography, the videography, the editing, the performing, the blogging. We maybe haven't been the most successful bloggers and cookers and video people in the past, but we're definitely not starting from absolute zero here, which is a huge advantage. I do always want to share our experiences and thoughts and everything that we've learned, but I also never want to be the kind of person who just ignorantly claims, and you should be using all this free time to achieve your dreams too, because shit is seriously screwy right now. Like, the world is nuts. If you can't get things done, that's totally fine. Like, that's expected. So if you want to work towards your dreams right now, I will 100% support you. And if you need that push, I will give you that push. But if you just cannot because everything, like, I'm not going to shame you for that. That's life. That's how it is. It's okay. Pushing forward and getting things done and creating things is how Sun and I cope the best. So that might not be the case for you, and that's okay. Be kind to yourself. Lose your voice, like I do. So if you're excited about where we're going with all of this, or you just kind of want to see what we're up to, make sure to hit that sub button and like this video, because it does help other people find us. And if you want to check out our previous devlog, you can check out that video over here. Or if you want to see the cooking videos that we've done on our other channel, you can click right over here and go check out our channel. We'll see you next time.